we go forth into the night. It is dark and we do not know where we are going, yet on we will march. Join me amongst the walls of Valhalla, where only the brave may live forever.
Up there from Mike McCarthy. The Festival of Rugby continues here in Melbourne, and we're in for a treat tonight. Get ready to step inside a time machine. It's the classic Wallabies up against the British and Irish legends here in Australia's sporting capital. There's a smell of liniment in the air and some very nervous hamstrings plodding around. The warm-up's been long, but I wouldn't say so thorough. However, prepare to be thoroughly entertained tonight on Stan Sport, Sky Sport in the UK, and Rugby Pass around the world. Andrew Swain with you in commentary. And speaking of entertainment, we've got some treats for you tonight. Joining us in the commentary box is Wallabies captain, former Wallabies captain, and Wallabies captain of the last Lions tour, James Horwell. And he caught up with one of our classic Wallabies a little bit earlier.
Here in the classic Wallabies change room, ready before go, about half an hour before kick-off. Chib, here with James Hansen. Talk us through how you're feeling.
Look, the nerves are starting to kick in, Kevin. It's been a bit of a laugh the last few days getting everyone together, but I think it's the reality's hit that we're actually playing a game in half an hour. So I think everyone's hammies are screaming a little bit. Get them nice and warm. As you can see here, some strong warm-ups going on. Plenty of deep heat being applied. We should be good to go, mate. It's going to be fun.
Mate, talk us through, you've been in charge of trying to pull some of these guys together. Talk us through some of the responses you've been getting of guys that may not have been that keen to play or also that have been keen to play.
Oh, mate, as Morg said, we're this group here, as much as they feel honoured to play, they're kind of the last ones that we actually were left to play, the last ones standing that said yes. So, no, we've had different responses, mate. It's been good and everyone's looking forward to getting back together.
Okay, mate, and talk us through tonight. What are you looking forward to the most?
Mate, we've got a few tricks up our sleeve, so we'll see if we can actually pull them off. But we nailed them. We nailed the execution yesterday, captain's run. So we'll see how they go.
And how much on-pitch preparation have we had for this game?
Well, we started our captain's run yesterday. It started to rain a little bit, so we had to can it, get back in the change rooms for a few looseners, and then go back out there. It's been 20 minutes of preparation.
Mate, I think you're ready. Good luck, mate, and go well.
Thanks, Kevin.
James Horwell there with James Hansen, a couple of Queensland legends. Look, here is the Legends Series schedule. It's been brilliant. Tonight we're at Amy Park. Next week we're at North Sydney Oval. I'd love to place bets on how many of tonight's players will back up next week. We will see at North Sydney Oval next week. And James Horwell has raced up to the commentary box. It's great to have you here. Kevy, 2013, you were captain of the Wallabies. Mind you, there was a bunch of legends running around way back when, in 2013. We're going to see some vision here in a moment, mate, but what a time.
Yeah, look, it was a
night here at Amy Park, and there is a good crowd rolling in here, mostly red, you got to say, British and Irish Lions supporters.
There's lots of British and Irish Lions supporters here in town, in Melbourne already for the week, so look, there's a big amount of people coming in, so it's great to see some crowd coming out here to see some great names of not only Australian rugby, but British and Irish rugby.
All right, you caught up a little bit earlier with the classic Wallabies captain, Adam Ashley Cooper.
Yeah, here with Adam Ashley Cooper. Swoop, mate, tell me how you're feeling.
I'm a little nervous, to be honest, walking through the change rooms, it kind of brings back a lot of memories, but, our preparation's been pretty solid. It's been very social, but all the boys are in there, they're very excited, ready to rip in.
Talk us through the preparation, long, obviously big pre-season coming into this. Talk us through that.
Yeah, we've had our social leaders, Barry Lee, Jeremy Paul, Drew Mitchell leading the charge in that regard. So, we've formed a very tight connection, which is easy, right? There are a lot of familiar faces. Yeah. Feels like just yesterday I've caught up with all these boys, but no, we're ready to go.
What are you looking forward to tonight most?
Just getting through 80 minutes.
Surviving.
I've never smelt more deep heat in a change room before in my life, so hopefully that works. But no, all the boys are pumped. Hoping these guys stick to the gentleman's agreement that we all agreed to last night at the Hicksons. But mate, we'll see how we go.
So there has been a gentleman's agreement.
That won't last long. You know what it's like. Andy Powell's out there ready to go, but no, we'll be fine.
All right, good luck, mate. Go well.
Cheers, Kevin.
Cheers, mate. Thanks, mate. Good luck, mate.
Yeah, great to have Adam Ashley Cooper in this game. And here's a look at the classic Wallabies, and it's a great good evening to James Haskell, who's with us. Do you recognise some of these names, Hask?
Yeah, of course I do. I mean, I was actually caught up with Matt Gittu, Drew Mitchell, Adam Ashley Cooper in the week. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say professionals was top of the list, but any of these people, I had a night out with the Lions legends. They are still out, some of them, I think. So I'm not sure what kind of quality rugby we're going to get. I hope there isn't a death or some sort of catastrophic injury, which on a night like tonight could be a real thing.
It absolutely could be. There are names galore out there, test caps galore. Kev, you would have played with a few of these guys as well.
Yeah, there's lots of guys that have played through a lot of rugby for the Wallabies, and look, it's great to see some guys get back together. Caught up with them last night. A few beers, a few old stories shared, and I think that's what this game is about. It's probably more about, this is the showpiece of it, but it's all around the edges, what the guys have got to experience here. And the British and Irish Lions guys have been here since Monday, so it's been a bit of a glorified stag do for them, I think.
I'm slightly concerned because I think the Lions guys, first of all, didn't know that it was going to be live on Stan, and obviously they're going to be put on the Sky YouTube channel in the UK.
Absolutely.
So I think a few of them sharpened that after that. Obviously, there's varying degrees of professionalism across the board. I remember I actually, they flew in on the Monday. I went to meet my best mate Paul Doran-Jones, who's on the bench, for a coffee. We turned up, it was 8 of them in a little cafe. We started on coffees. Within 2 minutes, 2 of the lads, so Dave Ewers about 140 kgs, Rhys Gill's about 130. They were both sitting on a bench together. Rhys Gill got off without telling Dave Ewers. Dave Ewers has catapulted, crushed a Labrador, caused an absolute kerfuffle. Everyone's just decided to get on the beers. We've drunk the whole place drive Guinness, and that was in 2 hours of landing in Melbourne.
Goodness me. All right, well, Kevy caught up with another British and Irish legend in Alex Cuthbert. Let's get a word with him.
Alex, mate, tell me how you're feeling about tonight's game.
Oh, nervous now, mate. No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Obviously, it's real strange. Obviously, the last time I was here, 12 years ago, playing for the actual Lions against Australia, and then I feel like I'm playing them again, because obviously they're all on the other side. So, yeah, some good battles, but obviously some good friendships along the way, and obviously a good few beers sunk as well.
And talk us through the preparation. When did you guys get into town?
We got in Monday morning and settled in. Jet lag, I thought was a myth. I lied. It's hit us big, I think, the last couple of days. But it's been great. We had a good catch up with the whole squad, with the Walabies boys as well last night. Got to know them very well, caught them. We got the bus on the way in together as well. So, we're looking forward to it.
So not a lot of time on the pitch, maybe off the pitch?
Off the pitch, a lot. On the pitch, we had a little run out yesterday. A few boys were creaking a little bit, but it was good fun, just to have a little blowout. And, it's something we're excited for. And obviously, hopefully we get a good crowd tonight. And hopefully everyone gets through the game safe and sound.
Yeah, I think that's it. Well, mate, wish you all the best for a spectacle and go well.
Yeah, you're top man.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Buddy.
Oh, the noise running out of the tunnel is not going to be boots on the ground. It's going to be creaking joints,
Yeah.
I would have thought, Hask, as we take a look at the British and Irish Legends team.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this team's incredible. I mean, listen, Shane Byrne, the man with the best lid in world rugby. Now, the thing is, fashion and trends go in cycles. He has remained universal to the ultimate mullet, business in the front, party in the back for his entire career. He must be going on 53. What is he doing out here, God knows. How old is he? 54 he is. Right, Mike Ross, obviously, I caught up with him in the week. Dave Ewers, as I've said, he's crushing dogs and causing havoc. I'm very excited to see what else. I mean, Andy Powell, legendary man, obviously caught driving that golf buggy down the M4 in Wales, but he wasn't caught for driving the buggy. He was caught because he was trying to put diesel in it on a forecourt when it was a battery golf car. So that's the kind of man that's going to be facing the Wallabies today. I'm very excited to see how they go. It's going to be interesting. I hope everyone goes through it unscathed.
Well, here is the two captains leading out these two sides. Shane Byrne, you are absolutely right. That is one of the best mullets I've ever seen right there. And Adam Ashley Cooper leading out the classic Wallabies tonight. And a great reception here at Amy Park. The deck is in impeccable fashion as well. So there'll be no excuses really out there tonight.
No, you wouldn't think so. You can't blame the bounce of the ball. You can't blame any kind of, issues. This is Mike McCarthy. I've played for Iron a number of times. The problem with the Lions legends, there's 3 or 4 players vying for alpha male status. And he is definitely trying to win it at the moment. You've got Andy Powell on the other hand. You've got Ryan Wilson as well. So it's been very loud, very active to see who's king of the castle.
Look, I think it's going to be interesting. I think the one thing I like is the sponsorship for the classic Wallabies old goal. Couldn't be more apt. Nice of Cadbury to come on board, and the boys, there's a few old golds there tonight. So look, it's going to be a great fixture. I think I'm interested to see I think there's been a gentleman's agreement initially, but I think once someone puts one tackle in, one hit, the red mist descends, and that alpha male status comes through, and I think it's going to be, it's almost putting bets on who that person will be to sort of take it to that next level.
But you know, there's always one person in every team. You'll know it, whether it was in Premiership side or international side, there's always somebody who takes it too far, who's an absolute keno. The problem is, you look at the Lions team, Johnny Barrett is notorious for taking things up, you know, and all it'll take is a little late hit, an overzealous ruck clear out, some big collision, or someone carry the ball a little bit too hard, and the tinderbox will be lit and the whole thing will go up in flames.
Exactly, mate, and I think let's see where that gets to. But look, I think overall we're here in good spirits. I think we're starting in the right note, and it'll be great to see. Hopefully we get a spectacle and let wind back the clock for some of these guys.
All right, Justin Harrison made it. Gee, I saw him about 5 minutes ago wearing long pants and a jacket. He looked like he'd just come straight from a meeting in town, and he has eventually made it. So, Old Gold, what a sponsorship. One of the big wigs at Cadbury is actually refereeing the game tonight in Darren O'Brien. So
I've heard that. By the way, can I tell you how much I love Cadbury's? By the way, Darren O'Brien. I keep trying to say I love Cadbury's. It was when I saw Australia, I was like, someone's got to deliver some chocolate to my hotel. I've had nothing. But I'm very excited to see that he's had the opportunity to go and referee, because that's kind of a bit of a dream come true, because this place is chock full of legends.
Oh, absolute legends, and this is great to see as well. Mike McCarthy breakdancing out there, but also both sides getting amongst it. They all got the bus together in here today on the same bus. You don't see that very often.
No, you don't.
All right, well, we are not far away from kickoff. We are going to go down and have the Australian national anthem. I'm not sure the teams know that yet. They're having to line up, so we will throw down to the field of play and listen to the Aussie national anthem.
Please be standing if you are able for the Australian national anthem.
Both sides pumped up here tonight. The Aussie national anthem. Good crowd in here at Amy Park, and Hask, you've sat there through it before. It's good fun.
Yeah, look, I think it's going to be amazing. And honestly, the problem with a game like this is there's so many competitors. There's World Cup winners out here this evening. There's guys who had illustrious careers. It's very difficult to not be competitive anymore. So I'm excited to see how the guys go. It's also quite good to look at who's quite aged well and who hasn't, because there's a lot of guys here. Some of them have got great skin routines, some of them haven't. I mean, Tom May, he's a beautiful man, but he's had grey hair for a long time. He's sort of got the George Clooney-esque look going on.
He sure does. We're underway here at Amy Park, and Scott Higginbotham gets underneath it, and away we go. And they set up the midfield maul straight up, putting it through the hands of Gitto. And Ashley Cooper already. He's been playing 4th grade at Norths up in Sydney just to warm up for this classic Wallabies v British and Irish Legends match. But Cowan with the hands, Higginbotham, and now Naira Vora. Look out. He's also been playing club rugby. That one went forward. It looked like Higginbotham's going to walk away. No, whistle goes.
There's too much honesty there from the classic Wallabies. I think the referee was keen to let that one go, but unfortunately, Big Tongue Kelly, Naira playing for the North Club in Brisbane still, so he's still very active in the Premier competition here in Brisbane. So.
I've watched him play for Norths, and it's literally the game plan is get the ball to him, watch 6 blokes come in, and then just pop it over the top of the fast guy.
Yeah, that's interesting. Then you see that we talk about a gentleman's agreement. You normally would just bounce people. He went into contact there, but watching Andy Powell, he was a bit eager there. Actually, he was like holding people's shirts. Bit of counter rucking, which is that's an unspoken rule. You do not counter ruck in a game like this. So maybe Andy Powell is going to win Norths of the day on that performance.
Ben Gollings, the England Sevens legend, to Tom May, and rolling around is Barrett. What have we got here? A bit of work here from the British and Irish legends. Gollings again to May. The two halves combining. They'll just put it through the hands. Gilroy out wide. There's big Shane Byrne. Here's Powell now. Oh, that had a bit of wasabi on it, that carry.
Powell, I think, hasn't quite got the memo yet. He's breaking tackles. I think maybe he thinks this is his World Cup final.
Here they go again. The fend is out, but Naira lands on top of him as well.
Still got advantage, huh?
That's not a nice feeling, I reckon, when you haven't made a tackle at anger for a while. Big Mike Ross running the angles. Tins, your old sparring partner.
I can't believe he's actually got out there and played. I mean, he hurt his knee a little while ago. He's sort of done a bit of rehab, but hasn't really tested it. I mean, the last time I saw Tins play, he played in a charity game, and unfortunately at one point ended up clearing some bloke off the ball in such an aggressive manner. I think the bloke went back in time. There was a lot of sort of gasp of breath, so I'm not sure Tins is quite sure whether he's coming or going at the moment.
Andy Powell is not in good shape. He's already coming off. He's not feeling the best, so I think he's asked for a sub.
It's an early HIA.
Well, he was going a bit full ball, wasn't he? So I don't really know what you say about that. I don't know how he's got a hit. It's sort of been quite a nice start there, hasn't it? It's been a bit of physicality, but not too much. We had a bit of wide, not too many handling errors, a bit of excitement, a bit of pace. I think we might be in for a good game, depending on how long it lasts. Normally about 20 minutes to burn bright, and then some of the beers and hangovers will start to take its toll. Do you think these games, things like line-outs, are definitely going to be a shambles because they're just such an afterthought?
Scotty Higginbotham with the steal. Shades of Justin Harrison in 2001.
I thought you might mention that.
Didn't take long, did it?
Goog's actually paid me to mention it.
Hey, Goog, we just had him on a show for Good, Bad and Rugby, and he must have mentioned it 8 times. We had to put a warning bell when he mentioned it.
Oh, Gilroy ghosting through the gap, putting a step on too. It was Mike Harris trying to make the tackle down low. Mark Gerard at the back. He's still got a big boot, Gerardo. He had one of the biggest boots in Australian rugby, and he puts it into touch. Tins now with the flag.
Do you think it's play on, sort of, if the backs are wide and there's a bit of space, then you're allowed to kind of do him in footwork and burn him, but you can't just go trucking it up through the middle? Do you think that must be that's what the rules they look like they're playing?
I think that looks like what they've agreed to. Git's not happy here with the instruction.
No. Great feet. And then he ran out of puff, and he was like, I'm going to kick that away. I'm just going to kick that away. I did a show yesterday with Mark Gerard, a good guy, very funny.
And up until only a couple of years ago, was still playing. Oh, here it is for Gollings. That was a little bit willing.
That was a big collision in the back as well.
Definitely. Pet Cowan putting a shot on. Little chip over the top from May. Burgess fields it, and then flings it out the back. And Gerard's there. He's got a bit of room to move now, Mark Gerard. Tell you what, everything's moving what looks like in a little bit of slow motion at the moment. There are numbers this side of the field. Hansen with a little pump and eventually gets rid of it. Dropping it back inside. Wolf Hardy. Now the turnover comes. I tell you what, they'll be looking for a stoppage pretty soon because we've had at least a minute of consecutive rugby. Cuthbert putting the step on, can still play. Alex Cuthbert, we heard of him
Oh, my
earlier.
goodness.
And the out-the-back play as well to May, who's sitting on the wing. Now he runs it back in field. A little short ball. The offload's good. Gilroy, who's been lively early in this game. British and Irish legends take it into the 22. Byrne flings it. Now it falls for Higginbotham. Higgers, he's done this before at Amy Park, plenty for the Rebels. Couldn't find the supporting runner in Harris, and so the Legends will run it back. The ball hasn't moved from halfway. We've basically been playing within the 2-10s this whole first 6 minutes.
There's a lot of activity, but not a lot of progress.
What's Drew going to do here? Oh, he's going to run it out.
Oh, goodness.
No stoppage.
Oh, Drew, look after those hamstrings, for the love of God. He has come back from a double hamstring injury recently.
Interesting choice to play in a charity game, or you know, I would have thought, and these guys, once you've been burnt twice, it perhaps might be time just to go, maybe my playing career is over. What should I not do is get on the smash all week and then turn up and try and run around in midweek. But I did think actually the Lions play there. There's some nice offloads there. Tinned on the end of a quite ball. Guy Thompson playing some nice offloads. Yeah, I thought Jackson Ray on the end. This boy's looking good actually.
Well, I thought Higgins was going to have the pace here.
I don't know if he wanted it enough. It's quite a long way to run.
It was a good 70-metre run, wasn't it?
That's a business decision. That's I've got a long way to go. I'm not sure I want to do the whole thing.
Whistle goes. Darren O'Brien, quick tap here from Gollings. I don't know that the Classics were back 10 there, but we'll play on. Lamont goes into scrum half. He's going to back it up with another little dummy half run there. A little tackle around the bootlaces is a good one from Hansen. And Chibba, who again, he's another Melbourne Rebel, ex-Rebel, who's played on this park a lot. Giving it a good go. May. Just a bit of indecision. Oh, he almost cocked the arm for the Tom Brady then. Didn't pull the trigger in the end. Oh, running around the corner. Lovely run from Jackson Ray. Classics trying to counter-ruck here. Bo Robinson, it won't take him long to fire up, will it, Kevy?
No, he's definitely going for Person to take it too far.
Yeah.
He is running on that high at the moment.
Oh, you got to say, Tungeli Nairavora was all over that.
Do you think jackling's allowed?
I don't know. I don't know if that's part of the part of the gentleman.
Because that's one way to start a fire. Is someone come flying in on the jackal, turning the ball over, because that can cause absolute havoc. Who's that off now? Is that Mike Ross coming off for? Well, I got that wrong. I can't really see.
So, yeah, Drew Mitchell's taking off. Looks like it could be a nasty lower limb injury. That's not what you want to see in these games.
No.
I mean, it is fun, it is enjoyable, but the last thing you want to see is anyone get injured. So
he doesn't look happy.
No, he went down early, grabbing his right leg. So hopefully he's okay.
That's one of the things, isn't it, as well? You're always concerned on games like this that he'll go to hospital and everyone just forget about him because they'll all just go on a night out. Like you'd like to think he's going to get some proper medical care. I think they're really going to test the A&E facilities at Amy Park backwards and forwards to see what they need. Some fast ambulances, I think, after today's game.
Yeah.
Jackson Rado as well carried the ball quite well. There again, he notched it up. I don't know. I just don't know how you. I don't know. Could you play in a game like this?
No, I was asked and I politely declined the offer from Morgan and James Hansen.
Tins throws it to nobody. Gets picked up by Drew Mitchell. Does well down low to turn it over. And the Classics really looking to counter here. Higgers. He looks to pull the trigger with the boot. It was a knock on though.
Tins is now limping off.
We've had 3 substitutions for the British and Irish team due to injury, so it's not a good starting point, but it is a bigger squad.
I've got to say, looking down at the benches, pretty much every substitution is ready to come on at any given time because of the rolling sub situation.
Yeah, so we roll rolling subs in these fixtures just to give a few breathers. Justin Harrison from Stan Sport is warming up. He looks ready on the sideline.
He didn't bring his boots or mouthguard to Melbourne, so had to buy brand newies. Look at the white boots that he's got as Gitz runs away, gives it to his old mate, Drew Mitchell, and Drew won't be happy with that.
You hate to see best friends there, because that's the way of falling out, isn't it? That was his magic moment. Maybe the communication wasn't quite right. It's certainly right off the field. Maybe they need to gel a bit more on the field.
Maybe one more training session of some description.
Or a training session. Just one more, just a training session.
But you know, they'd just be like, read me, bro. Like, you read me. I remember that was a favourite trick of sort of like when a centre would pass the ball into the stand or a 10, they'd just go to call you in and go, look, you're just not quite reading me. I was like, mate, you threw the ball in CF. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, too good. Who's going to be the first team here has to actually contest the scrum and put a push for the shove on?
I don't think that'll happen.
You just don't. It just won't happen.
I just don't think it's against the moral fabric and fibre of what we're trying to achieve here tonight. Nobody wants to see scrums.
Oh, that was just a little knock on at the base there. Gollings had a little bo peep. I reckon he looked up and saw Big Hugh Pyle. It was just Jon Snow just looking at him
he's got
from the wall.
A lot of Jon Snow, but here we go. A couple of substitutions. Jeremy Paul on for the classic Wallabies with James Hansen coming off the Ming.
Now, we've got a very special guest here. It's great to have a man who only played 2 nights ago and had an absolute stormer, Kurtley Beale. Kurtley, how are you, mate?
Hey, boys. How we going? Bit sore today, boys. Bit sore. The boys actually said, mate, can you bring your boots? I said, no chance, no chance. But
sensible,
it's great to be
Kurtley.
here. Great to be here. Hey, boys, how we going? Bit sore today, boys. How are you, mate?
KB, talk us through who you're looking forward to seeing out here tonight. Who have you got your eye on to something special?
Well, something special. I had brekkie this morning with Drew Mitchell and Matt Giddo. The boys are fired up, very serious. Actually, 3 weeks ago, Drew tore his hemis. I don't know, he tore both hemis, he said. They look pretty good out there at the moment, so I don't know. He's very short odds of tearing both hemis, come 80th minute.
Kurtley, first of all, well played the other day, mate. It's great to see you in the mix. I thought you guys were going to beat the Lions. I thought Drew Mitchell, he looked like he was about to run, then remembered he didn't have any hamstrings and he just decided to kick. But there was a bit of lack of communication between Gitz and Drew Mitchell there. Do you think they had a bit more time to get on the field?
Yeah, well, to be fair, they've been roomies ever since day dot, so I don't know what happened there. Maybe, yeah, just look, the boys haven't touched a football in a while, so I don't know. I'm sure Gitz will be giving it to him later on after in the bar and say, mate, why didn't you catch that? But, yeah, anyways, look.
Here we go.
It's great. Here we go.
Here is Drew.
It's gone. No, it's gone. It's gone.
He's done his heavy. He's done his heavy.
It's gone. Oh, no.
I said it. I said it.
We shouldn't be laughing. Why are we laughing? We're bad people.
Oh, no laughing.
No laughing.
No laughing.
No laughing. What's happened there?
Oh, Kurtley, I recken you need to go and run an ice pack to him. Stat, mate. Go and get some...
Okay, I should.
An ice pack or a green whistle. Hey, thanks for joining us, mate. Appreciate it.
I knew it.
Good on you, Kurtley. Oh, he is going to get the green whistle out straight away for Drew Mitchell there. Classic Wallabies are still in possession here for whatever reason, as Lockie Turner takes it into contact, and they get into the 22. They got penalty advantage too. Whistle goes. Oh, poor old Drew.
Oh.
He's walking around in the in goal, and he looks disconsolate.
It's just he did mention it pre-game that he was nervous about the state of his hammies. Let's have a look here on the replay. He opens up. Oh, it's a step off the right.
And
Numbers gold.
There
it goes.
The sniper. The sniper's here. He's up in that back stand.
He's such a top lad. You hate to see it as well, because you know the problem is there's no rest for the wicked. He's got shows for Coco. He's got appearances. He's got money to make to be made. He's got nights out. You can't be carrying a hamstring injury, and also there's going to be absolutely zero tolerance for any complaining as well.
And I think one of the crowd offered him a beer as well.
Yeah.
So he's had a little sip just to take the edge off as Naivoro puts the shoulder in.
Yeah.
Oh, coming around the corner now. Oh, JP's on the field as well. He will absolutely take this seriously. Jeremy Paul, Rugby World Cup winner.
Who looks
in
great.
99.
He looks great, by the way, doesn't he? Jeremy Paul, you know, because he was playing with Webb Ellis back in the day, wasn't he? He's had a hell of a career, but he looks great. The lid on him is unplayable. It's not a grey hair in sight.
Absolutely. He is a dreamboat, Jeremy Paul, and still is these days. Getting a bit of run-off running here. Gitto goes the other way, a little basketball pass. And JP has to go and tidy up. They were old Brumbies teammates, Matt Gitto and Jeremy Paul, so the communication's definitely broken down there as well. Higginbotham with a big carry. Oh, the turnover and then the hand back.
Did you see that?
Oh, there it is. Naira Ravoro, the first try coming up. They're not going to stop the big fella, and he scores for the classic Wallabies. He had heaps of space to move, and you're not going to stop him from 10 out, are you?
No, unless you wanted to be stopped, there's no way he's going to be stopped.
Well, that's where you come across a cover. You make a business decision, right? You come across. You go, I'm not playing. I'm not tackling that. I've got too much on the line.
Because it's sort of like if you want to tackle that, you have to bite down your gum shield, close your eyes, and say, "I love you, Mum," and just throw himself at his knees. Because otherwise, you're not dealing with that.
No. Just dive into the spokes.
Head in the spokes. There's no other way to take it down. It's humanly impossible to deal with someone that big and fast when he wants to. I love the bit in midfield. Guy Thompson over the top of the ball. Now, Guy, great player, can be a bit of a nose. But I mean, Nose just a bit keen. He's gone and got a turnover. He's won it. Obviously, all the lads have got into him. He's panicked and handed it back to the scrum half.
Gitto was kicking there. Doesn't make the distance in the end. God. He had the direction.
Mate, he used to have a cannon for a boot. Now he's got a water pistol.
He's just grabbing the groin.
Oh, no.
So the two best mates, we might have a hammy and a groin done. It could be a bit of a interesting sight in the room later.
See, when you get to a certain age as well, it's not that fun to recover from this stuff. Like, I'm 40. I'm going to have my ankle fused in November. I had a screw taken out my wrist 3 weeks ago. You just don't want that. Look, there he is. Gone. Drew, neck in the... He chins it as well.
Well played.
That's good standards, that.
Well played, Drew Mitchell. We hope your hammies are good, son.
It's moments like that when you know you're representing the Wallabies that not only can he play well, but he can neck a pint professionally.
In game.
Because if you turn that down or didn't do it properly, you sort of let your family down as well as your country.
That's absolutely right. The classic Wallabies are really swinging it here. Turner out on the wing is a guy who can run it in 11.1, the 100. I don't know if he can do it these days.
I was going to say could. Definitely can't.
Used to. He actually was Australia's fastest footballer in the Gatorade Bolt at one point.
Oh, wow.
So he's out on the field at the moment. I wonder if he's still got that pace, Lockie Turner. We're seeing some pace here, though.
As is Justin Harrison's out there as well. Henry Spate.
Matt Jess chasing. Flung back in field there from Henry Spate. Now Nick Frisbee's on the field. Scored a wonderful try in the last Lions tour for the Queensland Reds.
His lid has not aged well, hasn't it? The skull fade is not, it's not gone well, that.
You've got to just go full razor hat.
He needs to come to London, Harley Street, where I got mine done. Mine's been sewn. It's like Deso. I'm unplayable now.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Or just go the full Gillette. That's
you could.
Done.
But it suits you. It suits you. Some people can pull it off. You've got a beautifully perfect symmetrical head.
He's got the nickname is Pickle. I don't know why, but that's his nickname.
He looks like a chewed tennis ball at the moment, isn't it?
Henry Spate, who is still playing club rugby in Brisbane as well. A few of these guys still pull the boots on occasionally. Like that man, Matt Gitto. San Diego Legion floats the ball over to the fast man, the pace, Lockie Turner. He gets rid of it and gets it to Matty Hodgson. Matty Hodgson turns it over.
Two men in the tackle.
Not what you want to see.
Justin Harrison creeping up offside up here, wants to put a shot on. He's doing what the Lions have been doing all tour. And that's just creeping up.
It looks like he's got pillows at the top of his shirt.
He tried to rip the ball away, did Justin Harrison there. Big goog. Ryan Wilson took it for a carry. The ball's hit the deck more than it's hit the hands at the moment. And it's going to hit the deck again as Gitto puts it ahead. He's looking for the chase. Will his hamstrings hold up? Brilliant finish from Matt Gitto.
The textbook Matt Gitto dive as well. Keeps the legacy alive.
We've seen that at Twickenham. Now we see it today at Amy Park. A brilliant finish from the Wallabies legend, who is now a classic Wallaby, 103 tests, and now he's got 5 points for the classic Wallabies.
What do you think's more important for him?
Yeah.
in the accolades, in his sort of trophy cabinet, do you think this is going to go down as a real key moment, or will he forget about it tomorrow? I tell you what, Justin Harrison actually, he just as I said, he came on our little show just now, and he described himself as looking like a pregnant snake, and I thought that was perhaps the best analogy for the way he looks. He does look like a pregnant snake.
Goog.
He came on, he came off.
He's come off now, Goog.
Did you play with him?
No, I didn't get the opportunity to play with Goog, unfortunately.
Wonder what he would have been like, you know, as a mentor. Would you have had the career you've had if he'd been guiding you?
Don't know if I would have, to be honest.
The kick, it's away, so it's 10-0, and Justin Harrison is on the sideline. How was your 30 seconds of footy there, Goog?
I think, hang on, I'll just take me. Ball in my mouth guard out that I bought 5 minutes ago. It's the first time a physio's been asked to find a kettle on the sideline. I'm not lying to you, I think I've got negative stats. I was on there for 3 minutes and I've come off with minus 10 metres and 2 missed tackles. But you know what, I'm living the dream. I got to sing our national anthem in the middle of a professional stadium again. Tell you what, I'm bulletproof. I don't look it, but I feel bulletproof.
What's your nutrition plan for this game? Because it looked like that shirt's looking a bit tight around the midriff. You know, have you been preparing?
Well, listen, I knew I couldn't find shoulder pads because I don't have shoulders. So I've got the airbag around the middle. I look like a pregnant snake running around there in a gold sock, but I'm happy to do that. And I tell you what, preparation's been all about hydration. I forgot about the eating and athleticism and carbo loading, but I've been strong on yeast and liquid, fermented grape as well.
Amazing.
It's great to be out there though, boys. I tell you what, it's great to be out there, full of chat, full of camaraderie, full of cuddles.
When are you getting back out there then, Goog? You've had a bit of a breather now?
But I'm going to do Homer Simpson now and just fade into the background and into this grandstand.
I tell you what, you can't do that
Someone
with those
get a
white
green
boots,
screen
Goog.
out. I'm going to put a green shirt on.
You're not going to be able to do that with those white boots, Goog.
Well,
Have
I
a
can
good
dry
night,
me
mate.
feet for. Thanks very much. Good to talk to you. Living the dream.
Cheers, mate. What a legend.
While that was happening, there was a line-out steal in pretty much the same spot that Goog did his line-out steal
mate.
back in 2001.
Oh, God. Ding, ding, ding. Jackson Ray there added a bit of spice on the carry.
It's starting to ramp up a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a bit of line speed from the classics.
What's a big collision?
Yeah, a bit of a double team action there. And there's a counter ruck here from Bo Robinson as well. John Phillips sends it along the line. Tommy Seymour coming back on the angle. Gollings shifting it. They're getting it out wide. They're playing to the absolute extremes of the field here, the British and Irish legends. That one was to no one, and Tom May just surrenders. And in comes the Jackal. Stay on your feet. Old gold is probably the better call there from the referee. So the chant of Lions goes up. It's the classic Wallabies leading 10-0. The hands are quick. Sean Lamont out wide. He's still got it. Sean Lamont. They go same way. Seymour has come all the way across field. He's done well to cover some real estate there. Gollings. Tommy Court on the field. Tommy Court, 32 caps for Ireland and some British and Irish Lions action as well. And the turnover is good.
I suppose that is, when you get into the 22, perhaps maybe a Jackal just to save a try, but I'll be honest with you, the Lions, there's been moments we've had some nice broken play, but they haven't really looked like getting over the line yet. There's some nice offloads, but I think there's, after that initial intensity, things are ramping up, but as people get more tired, then that's when it comes to actually quite difficult, and you end up getting more physical because you just can't get there. When you've got a bit of oxygen in the lungs, you're able to move and think quicker. When you're tired, you start reacting, and that'll be when a late shoulder comes in, someone trips up and falls in you, and you go, right, you're going to get it.
We're going to see some brass knucks or something. Someone just pull them out of the shock.
Yeah.
Oh, big jump there and a great lift on Hugh Pyle. Ashley Cooper runs the angle. as I said earlier, been playing 4th grade for Norths up in Sydney, and from all accounts, killing it. They get the ball wide to Turner, and Turner runs into a big shoulder. But pretty easy meters there for the classic Wallabies. Jeremy Paul does what he does best and did for a whole career, and just gets the arms free and gets the offload away. Frisbee, Ben Lucas on the field. They fling it to Spate. Henry Spate, ghosting, then gets it out of the back of the hand. Chibba Hansen soccers it back in field. This isn't the Melbourne Victory, mate. This is rugby. Does well, though. Mikey Harris, who has fond memories of Melbourne, pops it off the deck back to Harris, who kicks it. We're looking for Henry Spate on the chase. Oh. Will it be turned over? They're going to go the jackal again. So the crowd are really riding every tackle, every jackal, every ruck, every maul here at Amy Park. Tyndall.
Cultured.
Agricultural.
I like that Johnny Barrett, actually number 28 for the Lions, actually did well there on the loose ball. He actually has had a better career since he retired than when he played. he is now the most capped England Legends player of all time, and now he's got on this, and this is his next dream. He got sat next to Andy Powell on the plane on the way over and was heard giving him advice on how to jump in a line out. It was not great. The poor bloke tried to get out of the plane.
Too good. Oh, whistle goes. And we've got another very special guest who loves Melbourne as well. Dan Herbert is on the sideline, the chairman of Rugby Australia. Herbie, why haven't you brought your boots?
Boys, my knees shudder at the sight of stairs these days, so in no shape to get out there and run around. I'm here for moral support.
What are you? Sorry, go.
I was just saying, mate, did anyone contact you about playing, or you've just you've sort of taken rank and said no, you're not as the chair?
No. Look, there might have been a few emails floating around that went unanswered for some time, so I always knew I'd be out here to watch, but that's as close as I get. I wouldn't. And looking at the quality, it's probably not what we're going to see on Saturday night. But gee, Nick Frisbee's still got a great pass, I tell you. He's doing very well. So I would hope, given that our major sponsor is the referee here, I'd be very disappointed if we didn't win, brother.
the arm does go up, and he gives the
Darren
try.
from Cadbury is a great supporter.
Can we get some free Cadbury up here? Is that possible?
Boys, there's plenty floating around down here. Barry Lee's eaten most of it, but it's there is some down here. You might have to venture out of that cosy little box you're in to come and find it.
Well, Pat Cowan scored the try there for the classic Wallabies. That old gold is a great partnership there, Herbie. You guys have done well with that.
Oh, brilliant! No, it's as I said, the man in the middle, Darren O'Brien, a great sponsor of Australian rugby, but also here he's a referee. He loves the game, and he couldn't wait to get old goal on the front of the classic shirt. So, I'm hoping for a very good victory here tonight with Darren in the middle.
Has the spending for Australia gone up, paying the premiums to get these players insured tonight? Because the medical care bills must be going through the roof. The risk assessment on this must have been a nightmare. How'd you clear it?
Well, I don't know is the honest answer. I saw Scott Higginbotham come off, and I think a tooth went through, and one of the doctors looked at me and shook his head, and I thought, oh God, here we go.
So what you're saying is they're probably not cleared.
That's all right. No, I'm pretty sure they're not, to be honest. But anyway, that's the risk you take. That's the risk you take, hey?
A lot of waivers being signed, no doubt, Herbie. Thanks for joining us, mate. Go and enjoy it.
No, pleasure, boys. Thanks for your support.
Great to have the chairman of Rugby Australia, Dan Herbert, down here, who was part of that famous series win in 2001. And now the Lions are just having a little play here, getting it around the corner to Ollie Phillips. That's not Ollie Phillips. Everyone's just swapped jerseys, Hask.
It's very confusing.
It's killing me. Yeah, it's killing me.
I don't know why they've done that, because they've gone that stupid letting everyone have numbers instead of picking playing shirts, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly right.
I think it might actually come down to the size of the jerseys. So some of the boys are a little bit bigger, and maybe the jerseys only are numbers based on size. So.
And you can tell it's a Legends game because the backs are now the same size as the forwards, where in this generation there was a differential. I know we went through a phase now where they're all pretty much the same.
So the Lions Legends herring down the sideline and trying to get the try. Oh, the little release and go again. Very Sevens-like. Here they come. I did hear Morgan Turanui talking earlier about how they ran out of 4XL jerseys first, and that was just for the backs. The try is scored, though. Is it? What does referee Darren O'Brien say here?
Off his foot. It's gone forward. It's a try.
Oh, there you go.
No need for TMO. I'm loving this referee.
No TMO. Maybe we could take something for that on the weekend. Nick Rogorski was trying to get in there. I don't know what's happened.
I have no idea who scored this. I couldn't even tell you. I don't recognise. I don't think I've ever met him. I think actually he's the one of the guy's sons who put on the event. I don't think he's an actual. Yeah, Guy Butterworth. Guy Butterworth. Your dad's set up the tour so you can get a game, and now you scored. If Carlsberg did dreams, this is one of the ones you want to do.
You're playing with all your heroes that you grew up watching.
Yeah. Cheers, Dad. Could you fix it for me to hang out with a whole load of legends? Yeah, I'll take the boys on tour.
Oh, Tom May kicks for goal, hits the upright, and doesn't add the extras. So 17 points to 5. It is the Classic Wallabies leading. But yeah, that's a Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah, that's an absolute dream come true.
Let the dream come true.
Yeah.
And speaking of foundations, the Atlas Foundation and the Australian Rugby Foundation are the beneficiaries of everything going on tonight. So a shout out to them, and make sure you go and support them. Oh, Adam Ashley Cooper did that like I've seen him do it in a Wallabies jersey plenty of times before with the restart. Luke Burgess to Gitto. I do feel like we are actually mid-2000s at the moment.
Yeah.
Like,
it's also ramped up. The physicality feels like it's just picked up a little bit.
Those early 2000s when rugby was rugby, wasn't it? Those are the good days.
Absolutely. You know, the pump-up song was a bit of bomb funk MCs in the years or something like that. Some boys listening to Backstreet Boys or something like that.
Was it Tri-Nation still then?
Tri-Nations.
How good was that?
Absolutely.
That fluorescent ball. Oh, do you know what I mean? Everything was cheaper. The world was a happier place.
Mark Gerard gets a wide ball. Flicks it beautifully to Nairavora. The two wingers combining, and Gerard pops it down in the corner. Nice little hug there with Guy Thompson, but what a try to the Classic Wallabies. We saw some razzle-dazzle there.
We did. A bit of interplay, a bit of no, you can score, no, you can score. Do you know what? Someone had told me that the Lions Legends, when I caught up with them on an epic drinking session in the week, when most of them were able to speak, they were kind of concerned about this Wallaby side. It was chock full of superstars, legends of the game, and they were very concerned that they were going to probably take it a little bit too seriously. Now, my concern was that if you thought you were going to take it too seriously, you would probably then become quite professional and not go out every night. They've obviously done the converse. Have they not scored?
No.
What's happened here?
Oh, they've scrubbed the try off here. I reckon Mark Gerard might have put it on the line.
No, I think he's saying forward pass.
Or forward pass, is that what they were saying? There you go.
I thought the referee, being the major sponsor, might have waived that one.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's got an idea of fair play. Maybe he doesn't want to see the Lions get absolutely battered this week before they have to play again in Sydney.
So we'll scrub that Mark Gerard try out. And the British and Irish Legends trying to run it out of their own 22.
But I was saying you would have thought that if they were concerned that they might sort of be a bit more professional and take it easy, but they just didn't. I think they just doubled down. And I think it's beginning to show as it's 17-5 to the Wallabies.
Angle run there. That is a beauty from Jackson Ray. The crowd loving it as he takes play over halfway. And maybe, just maybe, the intensity and the seriousness from this British and Irish Legends side has just lifted a tad. We're just shifting through the gears here. Oh, the Jackal's on now. Leroy Houston on the field for the Classic Wallabies.
there's definitely that old adage that if you want to have a night out, you have to earn it. And the moment these lads were looking like they weren't going to earn another night out if they didn't turn it up. So I think someone's had a word with them and said, listen, boys, you've got to get some tries here. You're going to be embarrassed. If you want to go out tonight, if you want the company card, you better front up.
Now, James Hall, we just saw Nick Rogorski on the field for what felt like about 20 seconds.
Yeah, he's called himself off as well, Big Gorko. One of the greats of the Classics. If you ever need someone to play for the Classics, Nick Rogorski, just put in the phone call, he'll make it up. He's just opened a new pub in Brisbane, the Ginger Lion, and he opened it up last week, but he wanted to be here for today, and I'm wondering if we've got the cameras in on the pre-match speech. He's a specialty for a pre-match hype-up speech.
I reckon a man who knew what that pre-match speech sounded like was Morgan Turanui, who joins us on the sideline now. Morgs, mate, what are you doing? Have you got the strapping tape out? Have you got the green whistle? What's been happening?
All of it's on standby here, guys. It definitely is. And the legends, they're in again here. They've just changed the run of play, haven't they, Swaney?
They have. Craig Gilroy just scores for the British and Irish legends. So, Morgs, you're going to have to give him a rev up and get him back up.
Yeah, it might be a half-time spray, but you mentioned Nick Rogorski. That's a pre-match speech. He's just going through the censors right now, so that might take a week, and we might release some of the footage if we can find something in it that's PG. But I'll tell you what, the early part was good coaching. They might get a rev up at half-time, these boys.
Do you feel like it's notching up in terms of physicality? It seems like the Lions have just sort of started to push the dial a bit. There's a bit of counter-rucking, a bit of jackling going on.
Well, truthfully, I just think the ref's rubbish. No good, as usual. It's the theme of the tour, isn't it? We've got Darren O'Brien, as you guys mentioned. You see that when you go behind 10-0, Ask, you'll know, Kevy, you'll know, you just lift up that intensity a little bit. No one likes to be behind on the scoreboard, and we've seen the response from your boys, Ask.
Yeah, they're doing it right. Actually, we keep mentioning we need some Cadbury's chocolate up here. I keep seeing adverts for Old Gold, but it's a very dry old chip. I was promised high-level hospitality. I've got a bottle of water between three of us and not a snack in sight more, because I don't understand what kind of ship you're running here.
No, Tin said that you're on a diet, mate. He wants to keep it down. He's the one that messaged that through to me, and I'll send the Old Gold up. And obviously, Swaney wants to go the winters with curling, so he's not allowed to be too heavy either.
I'm an athlete, Morgan Turanui. Thank you very much. Speaking of athletes, the Classic Wallabies are putting it through the hands. Hey, Morgs, you better get back to it, mate. Get that deep heat out.
Thanks, boys. I'll be rubbing Drew's hammies in a minute.
We actually probably do need an update, Morgs. Can you give us an update on Drew's hammies?
He came into the game with 2 torn hamstrings and one's torn a little bit more.
Does he know where he left them? Are they on the other side of the field? Has anyone found them?
I tell you what, he's the best hydrated guy. I reckon he had 6 beers on the way back around from generous Lions supporters. But yeah, I think in that far corner of this, well, Andy Powell's shoulder's out there. We've got an Achilles as well, and Drew's hammies are out there somewhere.
Is that Mike Ross with the Achilles?
Oh, that looks like it. Yeah, not too bad, but it's a bad injury for a big boy.
Yeah, God, that's the worst thing. I said today, there could be a death, there's definitely be Achilles, someone's going to run out of puff, and there's probably a shoulder's going to come out. We've had 2 of the 3 have always died.
I tell you what, it's a long flight home in a moon boot.
But also, it's a flight, they've got to go to Sydney, they've got to double down on more nights out, and they've got to play again.
Oh, goodness me. All right, Morgs, we'll let you get back to it.
That's how you get upgraded, boys. Get injured, get upgraded. That's the key, maybe, with the moon boot.
Smart play, experienced man.
Well done, mate. Thanks very much.
Mike Tyndall there with a couple of carries, almost a little bit of leg driving contact and a few sort of rugby league-esque bumps with the ball.
Now, a few of these boys have just taken it up a notch. We've just shifted another gear. Classics playing it on the ground. There was definitely a high shot from Tungeli Nairavoro earlier. It was a classic seatbelt tackle, Kevy?
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, Tungeli's an enormous man, so it's not actually that hard to be bigger than most. So, yeah, it just slipped up there a little bit, but I don't think there was nothing behind it.
I'll tell you what, you're getting thorough entertainment here tonight on Sky UK, on Stan Sports, and on Rugby Pass. And there are so many legends out there, Haas.
Yes.
Why aren't you out there?
because unfortunately I'm not stupid enough to ever agree to do anything. I know in the name of charity, but I'm a big believer that charity starts at home, and I asked for a fee and there wasn't one. Now, all jokes aside, I've got arthritis in my ankle. I haven't run since I retired. I'm going to have my ankle fused in November, so I'm completely incapable. I've had a bit of a body transformation recently. I did a thing for a gym in a magazine in the UK, so I went from 120 kgs to 107, so I look all right, but I'm absolutely athletically useless.
Well, you do look all right, so that's why I was asking the question.
No, unfortunately, I offer nothing.
There we go. Higgins has put it on the boot more times than anyone today. It's going to stay in field too. It's been
Richard Barrington, I think, running across there.
Kneed out, and that'll be half time. So that's 40 minutes of rugby that these blokes just
I feel like I've been here for several days.
Yeah.
I've seen milk turn quicker than some of these players. Actually, Richard Barrington, interestingly, he drank all the whiskey on the flight out here, to the point where they were like, he said, "Can I get some more?" And they were like, they said no, and he went, "I'm not drunk." And they went, "No, we know, sir. There is nothing left on the plane," which I think is professional.
Which I think it's needed, mate. I think, look, over this is a bit old school. Players are staying on the pitch, which is like what you want to see, not going in the change room. So, yeah, look, it's been a good start, good first half. Not probably that good. We've seen a few injuries, probably more. Well, I don't know whether it's more than we expected, but it's probably about the right amount.
I think it's the right amount, yeah. In a game that we're trying to improve sort of healthcare, concussion, all the rest of it, we're quite satisfied that we've seen a couple of Achilles, an arm's fallen off, and someone's got a concussion, and I think we're okay.
Now, well, Morgan Turanui gives the boys a bit of a rev up and talking tactics and talking X's and O's. Let's get a look at some of the highlights from earlier today, and it was the classic Wallabies scoring the first try through the biggest man on the field.
Yeah, he did well there. And just simple hands at the end, I think. You know, it's one of those things because you're not straight trucking it through the middle. He was actually being very considerate. You know, like when you see a big kid playing with little younger kids, and he sort of has to be nice, and the parents have said, "Listen, be nice, don't hurt your brothers and sisters." He's done that. You saw a couple of carries that could have ended people.
Matty Giddo taking it back, shades of Twickenham 2015 with the dive at the end there. But look, he's looking quite good. He looks fit. His hammies are holding up, which is good. There was some consideration about his groins earlier. He was a bit tight. He's given away the kicking duties.
He's played MLR recently, hasn't he? So he's
playing down
handy.
I think he's been playing down in Canberra a little bit, Queanbeyan.
There you go. And then this was a try by Peck Cowan, the former Western Force and Waratah front rower. He got 10 caps for Australia and a bit of a legend in his own right. So Peck Cowan gets on the score sheet. I don't think he'd ever scored a try for Wallabies.
Probably not.
So, and I tell you
what he's done, he's turned up. This is unbelievable. Old Gold's arrived in the building. If you say it loud on radio, things shall appear.
The Old Gold has to, and it's rum and raisin too.
Oh, my favourite. Perfect.
Oh, Darren O'Brien's done a great job officiating this game, by the way.
What an excellent man. What a brilliant brand.
Well done, Cadbury.
Well done, Cadbury. Thank you from the bottom of the heart. I appreciate that.
Oh, they are getting a good run tonight. This was the tries for the British and Irish legends. They fought back in the back half of that first half.
Yeah, they absolutely did. I thought what was quite interesting about it, kind of, with the players, was if you looked at the guys, particularly the Wallabies, Jeremy Paul. I actually got caught in a pub with Jeremy Paul, Barry Lee, Peck Cowan, and Nick Frisbee the other day, and it was like a scene. I know it's obviously a Kiwi movement, but once we were Warriors, it was old, couple of pokies, one person in the bar. I thought I was getting ambushed, and I came in for 1 pint. 5 later, I forgot where I was, what my name was. You know, it was a scary place to be. I flopped in my 5 former Wallabies. It was a terrifying occasion. I got out alive and made my lunch, but I was slightly worse for wear.
Is that a final flight situation? Yeah. All right, as we were listening in there to the classic Wallabies huddle, and it looks like they're just going to get this show back on the road. It's meant to be a 10-minute half time, but I reckon that was about 6 minutes. And away we go again. So what a great game, a great spectacle we've been witness to. Of course, the test match on Saturday night. What's going to happen, Hask?
Well, do you know what? So I think this series needs, and the Lions needs, and the Magic needs, the Wallabies to win. I think it's important to go down to a cider in Sydney. I think the MCG is an incredible place. 100,000 people are going to be there. I think if you look at the way that Pacifica 15 and First Nation 15 played against the Lions, that's the blueprint. I thought the Wallabies in the first 20 minutes of that first test were blown off the field. McCarthy, Curry, Genge, Furlong, physical, really, really aggressive. The Wallabies didn't really fire any shots. When they got back into the game, a bit more parity, they showed what they could do. I think Joe Schmidt's been targeting this game. You've got Skelton back, you've got Valentini back. I think they're going to become much more physical. I think the Pacifica nation have shown the way to do it. The Lions, a few changes, but it's a consistent selection. I want the Wallabies to win, to play. I think the Lions will win.
Well, man, who's done it, who's come to Melbourne on the line with the series on the line and won it. James Hall is in commentary as well. Kevy, talk us through that mentality that week leading up to that second test in 2013 in the last series.
Yeah, look, it was a lot of pressure. It's obviously win or go home sort of attitude when you've got to take it to that game. It wasn't a great fixture, compared to the one in the one in Brisbane where we saw some tries. One try throughout the whole game. Adam Ashley Cooper scored, but yeah, look, it's an important game. I think, I agree with Haas. We need a Wallabies victory to keep the series alive. Everyone wants to see a decider in Sydney. The atmosphere building, you can feel it in Melbourne. But look, I like the selections from Joe. It's great to see some of the bigger boys back. Will Skelton, particularly for the set piece, and yeah, look, I'm interested. 6-2 bench as well.
Yeah.
So obviously the physicality up front is where they're keen.
We're playing at the biggest stadium in Australia. We've got the biggest man in Australian rugby playing for them.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a big spectacle.
I don't know if this has happened before, but can we touch on what's going on here? So the players want to play, but the referees aren't out here. They're still in the change room, waiting, eating too much Cadbury Old Gold, probably.
Which is delicious.
Oh,
here they come.
Incredible.
Here they come.
Just been having a tab and a coffee.
The rum and raisin Old Gold is elite.
I'm going to let you tell a little secret. I've never actually gone there. I've never tried it. I thought Old Gold when I saw it. I forgot to see the Cadbury's was some sort of beer, like an old stout that was perfect. And I realised that's a sub-brand of Cadbury's. What an incredible, an amazing,
delicious. And it's just that little sugar hit that we needed at half time to get
I was lolling.
It's excellent.
Do you reckon the boys? Yeah, we're all very surprised.
This is a taste sensation.
Oh, get on board. I didn't see any sniffing salts or pickle juice out there at half time.
No.
But they probably just had a bit of Old Gold as Benny Lucas sends it down into the 22 to restart. Benny Gollings, Mike Tyndall.
Tins is loving this, by the way. He's actually fully got into it. He's been really quite physical.
Ball in two hands then, changing direction.
Once a World Cup winner, always a World Cup winner.
That's right. And so the Lions legends going to have to run it out of their own 22. Pet Cowan really trying to get abrasive out there. Oh, ball goes down.
I think we've seen the quickest cameo. Barry Lee came on for the kickoff, got to the 10-metre line and then pulled himself off.
Is that right?
He is now sitting on the bench.
What a great guy, though. Like I said, I'd never met him before. Got to spend a bit of time in the pub with him. What a very funny and lovely guy. Just because a lot of these guys weren't my generation, so I got one of those faces. I think a lot of people don't like me, but I like everyone. So if anyone smiles, I just go and say hello to them. And Jeremy Poole, I didn't really know. We did a show for Harvey Norman in Brisbane. Got on like a house on fire. And he sort of started just bringing me out, introducing. Just you walk into any sort of hotel or bar, you'll spot someone. Leroy Houston as well. He used to play at Bath. Haven't seen him for years. He crept into play. There's trouble around every corner on this Lions tour.
Oh, that's what it's all about. Rekindling old friendships and old hostilities as well, probably. And that's Julian Huxley who runs it into the 22. Great to see him out there in a gold jersey once again. Pick and go there from Nick Frisbee, stepping through.
Goodness.
Scored an amazing try for the Reds back in 2013 against the British and Irish Lions, and now he's trying to do it again here against the Lions legends.
His lid's disappeared, but his talent certainly hasn't.
It's still there. Naira Voro for a double.
Tom made another business decision there.
but then made the unwise decision just to push him at the end.
Yeah.
And the ball looks like a tennis ball in Tungeli's hands, doesn't it? It really does. He holds it like a tennis ball, puts it down in the corner. Try to the classic Wallabies. They extend their lead out to 10 points.
Good width here from the classics. The classic Wallabies getting to width. The bounce pass, it's undefendable.
No, it's undefendable. You can literally
can't defend the bounce pass.
If you could put that into every attacking play on purpose, you'd be scoring tries for fun.
You just can't defend it.
It's a loophole in the defensive system of every coach. What do you want to do about that? Was it bounce pass?
Done on to do.
Good, done on to do. Nobody knows how to defend it.
So Frisbee kicking for goal.
Oh my goodness.
Probably should give that up.
Yeah, that's let's never do that again, ever.
I was about to give him a big rap because he commentates club rugby up in Brisbane. He does a really good job of it. He's a great analyst of the game.
When he kicks.
He's a great analyst of the game. Needs to analyse his kicking technique a little bit.
Yeah, I'd throw that cone in the bin and throw your boots in the bin and never do that again. Not like, listen, I obviously couldn't kick, but I wouldn't try. Do you know what I mean? Stick to your lane.
Was it always in these invitational games and in these exhibition games? I thought it was always a rule that if you scored a try, you try and convert your try.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So Tungeli's just throwing that out the window.
Yeah,
maybe we should bring that in for the back half of this game. Maybe talk to Walsh. Oh
my God.
Higginbotham.
Higgins accelerates and floats it past to Cowan, who's been everywhere tonight. Cowan, and he gets held up in the tackle. I think that's Jamie Hagan who was underneath him. Sean Lamont. Frisbee. Another long pass out to Nairavoro again. He's getting his hands on the ball more. The business decisions just keep getting made. And Curtis Rona slides it in. Classic Wallabies go pew pew with 2 tries on the bounce.
There's some great acting going on here. Like there's a lot of running, going, I'm going to show that I want to tackle you, but I'm absolutely not going to tackle you. Like Cuthbert had absolutely zero interest in making that tackle. He would have got a B at GCSE drama for the performance, but he was almost running backwards while trying to run forwards.
I mean, Curtis Rona still playing, or just finished playing in Japan professionally, looking for another deal. So, yeah.
All right, let's get down to the sideline to Morgs, who's got the try scorer himself.
Curtis, bang bang to start the second half. Was my messaging great at half time?
Yeah, you gave us clear instructions, told us to hold our feet, and that's what the boys are doing now.
That's how you get picked next week, mate. How much fun is it to get back in a gold jersey, play with the boys?
It's been a while, mate. It's been a long time. It's a very special moment to play with some legends of the game, and I'm just enjoying every minute of it.
Keep walking. One more quickly. So what about how good it is to just be connecting and all that sort of stuff? But you guys are still pretty competitive.
Yeah, definitely. So we got some 40-year-olds laced on the boots today, and it's awesome to see because they still got their dog in them.
Go get it, mate.
Still got the dog in them.
All right, Curtis Rona there. And what about Benny Lucas slotting from the corner? The goal as well. That's the first one we've seen today. So very good job there from Benny Lucas. Classics dialing things up here. They've just turned the heat up in the furnace.
Jackson Ray's been a bit spicy all day, actually. He's still got that competitive edge. He's not long retired, works in a city, wealth management. That'd make you annoyed. You want to take that out of someone.
Can I ask the question, Haas? Who's the first bloke to do their block out here tonight, do you reckon?
What do you mean by do the block?
As in lose their mind a little bit.
Well, I tell you what, so my best mate, Paul Doran-Jones, I don't know if he's been on the field yet. He has a fiery temperament. I think Dave Ewers, as I told you, when Dave got catapulted off that bench and crushed that Labrador and scared all the people in this restaurant, he had a pint in his hand. He didn't spill it, but he death stared me as if I'd somehow kicked out the chair from underneath him. And I was like, why on earth would I do that? So he's got a bit of potential. I thought Andy Powell might have done, but he folded pretty quickly, like a tissue in water. I mean, Shane Burns on, which is incredible. I mean, look, there's a few fiery characters, but I'm trying to think. Tins can be a bit chippy, actually.
Yeah, right.
Can be a bit chippy, but I don't know. There isn't any real psychos, or not that I know.
What about for the classic Wallabies, Kevy?
It's easy. Bo Robinson. I mean,
yeah.
It's like without a shadow of a doubt. If Binsey gets fired up, he's certainly one to take it a little bit too far.
He's like a caged animal on the sideline. I can see the hand on the hip. He's ready to go. He's just rocking back and forth by Robinson at the moment. Shane Byrne in there.
What's happening with the influx of seagulls? It's like Hitchcock's The Birds. What is going on? The whole stadium's full of angry seagulls.
It is a Melbourne thing.
Is
the
it?
Seagull. But if you go to across the way at the moment, the MCG, there's an AFL game on, and there would be you get a few landmines there. You get hit a few times.
Really? Imagine getting dumped. Imagine playing a Classics game, getting injured, and getting dumped on by a seagull. That's a day. That's you know that the day has gone really quite badly. But this is a fan.
Yeah, very, very much a Melbourne thing.
Good thing you've got ornithophobia. I think it's ornithophobia. That is good fear of birds. That's good reference.
Yeah.
Great knowledge, Haas. Well
That is
done.
good from you.
Talk about myself in the third person. Well done, James Hill. All that money my parents wasted on my education turns out as a good thing. But seagulls. Jesus, this is an interesting approach.
Absolutely, yeah. They're getting around. Occasionally you see one get hit.
Do you?
And then the security guard has to run out, take it off the field, give you a little clap.
We actually had that. So we were playing a wasp game and a pheasant was shooting season. We used to play it out and think a pheasant ran onto the field. Now, most people would usher it off. Josh Lucy caught it, snapped its neck and threw it over the side in front of all these screaming children, and then couldn't understand why everyone was like, Josh, you can't do that. And it was like his farmer's mentality. It was pretty terrifying.
I thought you were about to say he pulled out a gun and just popped it.
Well, he did leave a wedding once to go and shoot a deer, had overalls and a gun in his car, nipped off, shot a deer and came back to the wedding. Mental.
that is proper psycho status.
Imagine turning to the boys and going, sorry, I've got to go, I've got to shoot a deer.
Yeah.
I'm just leaving.
Oh, very good. Lions legends, the British and Irish legends here having a real crack. Getting it through the phases. Jamie Hagan with a carry. Here's May again, who's just been asking questions all day. He's had the question mark out, dotting it.
He's the great white hope actually for this Legends thing, because they didn't really have a 10. He was sort of shoehorned in as the last moment. I saw him in the hotel and I went up going, do you know all the weight of this whole operation's on your shoulders? You're going to have to turn up.
He has the old Mr. Sheffield going on, doesn't he, with the white hair?
Yeah. He's been great for a long time. As I said, he's got the George Clooney kind of vibes about him. He's a very good-looking man.
Silver fox.
Yeah.
There we go.
He's got a good tan.
Yeah, great tan. That
Very
offsets the grey as well. I think it works.
Is it the indoor beach or is it natural?
I think because him and Johnny Wilkinson were mates, and there were a lot of question marks over Johnny Wilkinson's tanning because he was permanently tanned 99% of the time. And we reckon he had a sunbed in his own house, but he denied it this day. But I think they are part of the 7-minute crew.
Guy Thompson, a little bit isolated, but gets some help. A little wraparound play there. That looked like it was actually rehearsed. Maybe in that 15 minutes of training that they did this week. Pick and go there from Petrus Duplessis, former Wallabies assistant coach. Out there in a forward jersey. And loves a scrum, Petrus. I bet he's waiting for that to happen. Here's Tyndall.
I don't know if he actually ever played for a British or an Irish side, Petrus.
No.
What have I got here? I actually have 158 matches for Sarries.
He played a lot for Saracens.
Yeah. And
South African by birth.
a real scrum doctor, though.
Scrum Norse, we call it.
Oh, right, okay.
They've made it's people like him that have made the scrum so complicated. These guys get an absolute fortune because nobody understands what they actually do, and they're like car mechanics. They sell you this dream about our angles and boring, and you wouldn't know this. It's just a load of fat lads pushing against each other, and all taking it in turns to have a rest, and then sort of going to town when it's really important.
Get the old protractor out.
Oh yeah.
Set squares and the like.
I tell you what, I saw someone just from the Australian side go to Jackal, but it was a half-hearted Jackal, and Shane Byrne and Duplessis sort of half fell on him, and it was like he slowly folded like an accordion, and you could just see the spinal compression happening in front of your eyes.
The crowd now starting to get behind this British and Irish Legends team. They want to see some more points from the tourists. Classic Wallabies, they've set up shop on their line, and they're defending it like the wall. Hugh Pyle's not out there, is he? Back to the wall, Jon Snow. Whistle goes. It's a turnover. The crowd don't like it.
No, you can't be doing that. The Lions do need to get a score, otherwise this could be a cricket score. It could be embarrassing.
There he is. Oh, trust Justin Harrison to be finding the massage therapist out there. Is that a hint of a blood nose as well?
Probably. That's probably vascular issues.
The bomb squad's coming on for the British and Irish Legends. They've just made about 15 changes at once.
Rassie's the coach.
God knows who's come on because all the numbers wrong. I know Ryan Wilson's coming off, Ben Gullings is coming off, Dave Hughes is coming off, Guy Thompson's coming off,
Tins is coming off,
Ollie Smith's coming off, Tins is off.
I could see the team manager down there just trying to use his fingers and feet to try and count. He doesn't know who's come off and who's come on.
Jamie Hagan's off.
Classics just force a bit of a turnover there, or it's still going to be a British and Irish Legends throw here, potentially.
Tins is limping, regretting some life decisions. Why, as a honorary member or a sort of a side, or just Zara Phillips' husband, why would you ever go and play a game again? You should be relaxing some sort of castle somewhere and enjoying the finer things in life.
I'll tell you what, this is a great pleasure as the British and Irish Legends drop it back inside, but a man who knows what it takes to beat at least an English side, and that is Bernard Foley joins us. Nard, great to chat to you. I've asked the question to everyone, why aren't you out there?
Today or Saturday? No, I think there's got to be a little bit of a buffer. There's got to be a little bit of a buffer, I think, since when you're still playing professionally, and then to cross that line as a classic. And I think once you cross that line, it's hard to come back. So I'm enjoying watching the guys run around.
Nard, what have you made of the standard, mate? What are you liking out there? What are you not liking?
I'm liking the competitiveness. I think one thing that never dies, right, is guys still got the fire inside them. They're aiming up, they want to make hits, and they want the ball. So it's good to see that competitive spirit never dies.
British and Irish Legends just scored a try through Gilroy, so they closed the gap a little bit there. Who was your favourite of all these boys to play with, Nard?
The trio of Gitz, Swoop and Drew, they're always a bit of fun. But, it's just great to see the guys like Nick Frisbee, right, who came on the scene for a little bit, but he's just one of the great characters of rugby union, and, he's out there applying his trade.
Bernard, have you been trying to take out James O'Connor and Tom Liner anytime soon? Because I thought you might get a bit of a nudge to get a start. We thought you might do, because you've been obviously playing well and in form. We thought you could add some magic.
Yeah, I was trying to get a few of the guys in there, but no, I'm supporting those guys. They've got a big job, big task this week, and wishing them all the best. Hopefully they can get the job done, and what a challenge, and excited to see how they go.
Mate, how's life up in Japan? You enjoying the sushi?
Yeah, enjoying Japan. It's a good mix. The footy's tough and you train hard, but there's a lot of good food. There's a lot of good beers, so you can get to explore Japan as well.
Mate, great.
I was going to say, whereabouts in Japan are you playing at the moment?
Ooh. So we're in Tokyo at the mighty Kubota Spears. As I said, it's a good competition now. The level's gone through the roof. The season's longer and longer. So they get their pound of flesh out of you, but it's a great place to play and live. And Tokyo's a big city. There's a lot happening up there, and it's good fun to be involved with.
I obviously played for the Black Rams over in Tokyo. It's the greatest city in the world, isn't it? It's one of those hard ones you just want to go back all the time.
I think I played just after you were there at did a little cameo at Black Rams, and they had your signature still on the wall, Husk.
Have they forgiven me? Do they still like me, or am I still persona non grata?
Well, I'm not sure the bars in Roppongi have forgiven you, but you're
That's
still
enough.
well known.
We'll stop you right there.
Good on you, Nard. Thanks for the chat, mate, and go well up in Japan. And
thanks, guys.
Sad we're not going to see you in a gold jersey this week or out there right now.
Appreciate it, guys. Calling the game well. There's a few big hits out here. I think there's a few bit of black smoke in a few of the big lungs, but they're going well.
There's definitely some spinning wheels, isn't there, Husk, out there at the moment?
Yeah. I think there's probably a moment in this game where you want to go, why did I ever agree to this? Like a bit of that soul search. When we do usually fitness, and you'd be a high intensity athlete, and you would start questioning yourself. You wouldn't think after about 10 minutes of work, you'd be questioning yourself, your life decisions. Is it worth, should I have done this?
I think they were doing that in the change rooms before the game. I went in there, I had a chat to them. There was a few sort of blank faces going, we're actually doing this. Because you sign up in principle, you get the call, it's going to be great, we're all going to go to Melbourne, we're going to go on tour for a couple of weeks, just like old times. And then you're like, we've actually got to play a game.
And the thing is, it is all the preamble, isn't it? And listen, that's why our sport's so good. Rugby's such a great sport because it attracts good characters. And the thing is, we always talk about men and mental health and reaching out and talking to friends. When you're busy, lives move on. But it's very important when you catch up with friends you haven't even seen for 4 or 5 years, 2 years, 1 month. You You just come together like the old times, and everyone fits into the same roles, the same chat. You know, it's just such an incredible place to be. And whenever I walk into a room and I see someone I played with or someone that I knew across the rugby sort of landscape, you always just smile. It's such a good sport to be involved in, and such good people play it. Oh my God, he's been absolutely folded up like a deck chair.
That was Matty Hodgson, who knows how to hit still, evidently. Brilliant stuff. But the British and Irish Legends, they retain the ball here. Again, bounce pass. I've seen more bounce passes here than the NBA.
Well, they scored another try over it in the corner with a bounce pass just now. Undefendable. It's just, if you could honestly bottle that and pull it out when required, it would be amazing.
Skills, they've got them all out here tonight. That was the basketball pass as well. Maybe we are playing NBA out here tonight. Ben Woods cutting back in field. He's got the headgear on, the scrum cap, just like Matt Giddo, who's also on the field. Oh, Butterworth, the son of, with the box kick. Oh, and it beats everyone. Huxley gets pushed off the ball. Gilroy wins it, and it's play on, and the British and Irish Legends are into the classic Wallabies half. Here goes Woods. Oh, in from the side. I'll tell you what, the fans didn't like that one from Old Gold, Cadbury, Darren O'Brien.
That's his nickname now, Old Gold. It's interesting, I've just seen Mike Ross actually. He's come down, he's wearing a boot on his right foot with no crutches. So that tells me perhaps he hasn't done his Achilles. Maybe it's just an ankle twist or return, but he seems to be stabilised. So I think that's a good thing, because doing Achilles at this age is no fun.
No. It's good to see he's up on his feet as well.
I'll tell you what happens to Andy Powell's down there as well. He had strapping on his shoulder. He lasted all of sort of 4 minutes.
Yeah.
With a lot of bluster though. We commented he was going turbo. He sort of hadn't got the memo. He was going turbo early days. Sort of, I think it's a punishment. If you do that, your shoulder falls out.
I'll tell you what, Scott Higginbotham has just plucked that out of the air with one mitt and popped it down to his scrum half. They tried the Rassie Erasmus Springboks move with the midfield line out. It didn't come off. Hugh Pyle.
What was that? that was really early learning centre, that wasn't it? That was like, we're going to try something.
That's going to go viral on the socials, I reckon, for all the wrong reasons.
That's real pedestrian operation, that, isn't it? It's like, Barrington gone. Unlucky with the drop on the intercept.
Giddo flings it wide to Hugh Pyle, John Snow. Popping it to Nairavoro. We've got to see that again. That was some of the best action we've seen tonight. The failed line-out jump midfield. Springbok style. Bo Robinson's on the field. Is he going to go a little bit mental out there?
I'm not sure. He's just sickled Bo Robinson, bounced his feet and gone for a turnover. I can't even say, is it number 19 or the all changed shirts? Don't know who that is on there. He's just bounced up. Jackson Ray. Was it Jackson? Honestly, it's like a lottery. I've got 20/20 vision. You just can't tell what's going on.
There's a lot of grey hair out there. That's the only thing.
Oh no, that was either I said it was. I think it was Reece Gill. Reece Gill's done the chop tackle. Someone's come in here and done a nice little signal. This is the line-out move. What is that?
Timing's a bit off there, boys.
Yeah.
Timing's a bit off.
Bit more time on the training packet, lads. Jeez.
Oh, that's too good. That is too good.
Make-A-Wish is coming off now, having lived the absolute dream of the whole time. He's honestly, Christmas has come early.
Now we've got an Irish legend on the cans now, Shane Byrne. Shane, great to chat to you, mate. How's it been out there? How are the lungs?
Oh, absolutely wonderful. I have to say, the only problem is, since we got here Monday morning, this is the first non-alcoholic beverage I've had in my hand, so prep wasn't exactly what it would ideally be. But let's just say we're having a hell of a lot of fun. Hang on, I'm getting tickled here behind me. Anyway,
Shane,
how are you getting on, boys?
Shane, it's James Haskell. I can tell that's the only non-alcoholic drink you've had, because when I came up to you at about 3 in the morning in that bar and I put my hand out to shake you and you were like, no photos please. And I was like, Shane, it's me. And you still didn't recognise me. And then it's like the lights came on, you're like, oh, sorry, how are you, Haskell? It's like, oh my God, this is going to be a long trip. But mate, you look good out there, that lid, mate, the volume.
Well, the thing, James, you got to remember about that is Go for it. Say that again.
I was going to say, the lid on you and the bounce in that hair, mate, it's incredible the way it flows off your shoulders.
Thank you very much. A lot of people are very, very jealous. If anybody needs any hairdressing ideas or ladies, give me a call.
Would you ever open a salon?
Well, no, I'm actually anti-haircuts, as you can see. It's not something that I encourage. I think people should stop getting their haircuts, and if I wasn't married, I'd have hair down to my butt.
Can you give us an injury update? Are all the boys okay? We saw Andy Powell, lot of action for the first 3 minutes. He was off the field. Mike Ross has come off the field. There's a few wounded soldiers down. Is everything okay?
Yes, we're weeding out the chaff. I think there was a couple of minutes there that there was a lot of guys went down. Some guys who just can't tolerate the pace that we have taken on in this tour. Nothing to do with on the pitch, but their weaknesses are showing when they set foot on the grass.
It's a character test, isn't it? It's a character test. Fundamentally, they're weak people, is what you're trying to say.
Well, look, you use those words. I might use something else, but I'll leave that open for you. There'd be a few expletives in there.
Mate, is that why you're tactically just keeping yourself off the pitch most of the time, just sort of managing the situation?
I am absolutely disgusted you said those words. Just because I'm managing to hide. I'm managing to hide a bit around rucks and inspecting a few things. I've been on there so much, I'm surprised you've had time to talk to me. I've been so busy.
You hate it when you get professional jealousy from James Hall there. He couldn't make the classic Wallabies. He's up here throwing stones at a legend of Irish rugby. I can only apologise on behalf of Stan and Sky.
Yeah, but listen, when you know the quality of the person that you're talking about, you know what I mean. I wouldn't expect anything less. It's very upsetting. We come over here with the olive branches to the Australians. Nobody really likes talking to them, but we come over here willing to spend time with them, and little cheap shots like that given to me. It's very upsetting.
No offence meant, Sean. No offence meant. Just some good old banter, hey?
Yeah, it's a little too late for that now, isn't it?
Shane, a couple of no-shows tonight. I haven't seen Shane Williams out there tonight. Where's he?
Yeah. Well, we're suspecting he's probably a little bit pretty to turn up for the 2 games, but he's promised he'll be there in Sydney.
Very good, and we hope to see you there in Sydney as well, mate. Thanks for joining us on Stan Sports, Sky, Rugby Pass. It's great to chat to you. We'll chat to you through the week as well.
No bother, guys. Take care.
What a legend.
Such a hero, mate. But honestly, 54 years old, still rolling out an absolute hero of the game.
4 Lions caps, 4 Lions test matches back in the day. Next weekend, next Thursday. So a week from today, we've got the British and Irish Legends taking on the Classic Wallabies at North Sydney Oval. Buy your tickets because they're going like hotcakes at the moment. And when North Sydney Oval was chockers, one of the greatest venues in Australia.
Apparently, though, the tickets were going like hotcakes until this got streamed. They could see it, and suddenly they've got an influx. They're trying to give them back. They can't get refunds quick enough.
The resale of the sites just crashed.
Yeah, the whole market's collapsed.
Well, don't worry, because you can watch it on Stan Sport as well. The hands, Henry Spate in the corner. Classic Wallabies score. Try is awarded. So Henry Spate, the Spate train, puts it down and extends that lead. But gee, this has just been too fun.
Yeah, it has
too fun.
This is what rugby commentary should be like. I mean, you get shouted off air if you try and do it with the actual lines, because you have to be very, very serious. But I think this is a great display of kind of classic rugby, fun and games, but with an undertone of competitive spirit. And also, I think sometimes when rugby players are playing in their careers, because of the media, because of scrutiny, they don't often show their characters. You get an opportunity tonight with some of the interviews, some of the boys getting to show what they're actually like, and I think that's so good, because I don't know about you, but I spent from the age of 16 to 35 laughing every day.
Yeah.
Even when he had bad days, you would I remember they sort of article in the Daily Mail once. I must have accidentally been reading it for some reason, and someone probably had a gun to my head, and it said if you laugh kind of 5 or 6 times a day, you'll live longer. Like I was laughing 90 times a day. So I might live forever. I don't know.
I've laughed more tonight than I have with this whole tour, to be honest.
Benny Lucas hit it from the sideline.
He's unbelievable, this guy.
He's done it again.
Mate.
He's 2 from 2.
Thank God he changed out from Nick Frisbee.
And we've got some more old gold in the commentary box here. We've gone espresso affogato. It is a lovely drop.
Mate, this is incredible.
It's a lovely
I didn't even know these things existed.
I didn't know either.
The extra flavours. I thought old gold was just pure dark chocolate.
No.
First of all, you're welcome because they've rolled out the red carpet because I'm here. I've added a certain, shouldn't say quite a bit of quality to proceedings. But I love it. Cadbury's, well done, sir.
Darren's going to watch this game back and you can just see the money rolling in.
I hope so. I hope so. Because I am. Oh, great.
Oh, Lamont.
Is it?
It's Lamont. He intercepts it. The bounce pass strikes again.
Wrong team bounce pass, unfortunately, I think.
Against the run of play.
He's a good-looking boy, Lamont, as well. Back in the day, formidable on and off the field.
I'll tell you what.
Hung like an elephant, apparently. Just what I led to believe.
105 Scottish caps. And as you saw today, 1 try.
Yeah.
There it is. He strides out too, doesn't he?
Still good. Like I said, look, he's good looking. You know, like when you look at it, he's a man who takes care of himself. You know, you got to pride yourself in your appearance. You know, that's a guy that's aging well.
It's a well-manicured beard.
Yeah.
He's got the fade going.
The thing is, I think sometimes, like male grooming, right, it's unacceptable to look like you've got a tarantula crawling out of your nose or your ears. It's 2025, right? Get with the programme, trim your eyebrows, trim your hair, line your beard up, moisturise, you know, smell nice, brush your teeth. How hard is it?
That's been something you've been spruiking for a long time.
Oh, yeah, I'm advocating it for a long time because I just think it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. You know, since COVID as well, I wonder how many people put those masks on and realised they had breath like a cat. How many people were shocked when they were like, oh my God, what is that smell? And like, you realise it's your own breath. Sort it out.
Actually, that's in these team environments, that's the sort of stuff that people pick up on very quickly too, don't they?
I remember we had a player that used to play for, I won't mention his name, but Mark Denny for Was, and every sort of secret Santa, he got mouthwash and toothbrushes and toothpaste, packets of chewing gum. You sort of, you know that. I mean, when academy players are getting given more deodorant and links, etc. Oh my God, that was a beautiful little strip and offload.
Rona chips ahead, grounded in goal. Was looking for the double. Can't get it.
First goal line dropout of the match.
Oh, here we go.
70 minutes in.
Who's going to run it from the back fence here? Hold on, you got Hugh Pyle back there. You got Julian Huxley. No, give it to one of the big boys. Where's Tungeli?
Get Bowie back there.
Oh, yeah, Binsey needs to get back, doesn't he? In the number 8 jersey. Tom May sends it, and Henry Spate's got it. He's just going to
oh my God,
run it back, trundle it back. Frisbee in digging. Here's Gregorski. This could be a line break assist for Gregorski.
Oh.
You've got to give it.
Oh,
here it is for Pyle.
Oh my God.
Pyle scores.
That was remarkable. When you watch that back, some interplay from Bo Robinson and no look, mate. I think it was Bo Robinson. There was some really interesting bits and pieces going on there.
Gorko, the hype man as well, is pumped.
Maybe with Gorko, maybe.
They do look the same. One's just a little
from
bit
behind,
older.
I can't
It's the before and
Listen,
after
lads,
picture.
I'm all about hyperbole. I'm not about detail. Don't need to get names. Just big, striking, irrelevant points.
There it is, Big John Snow. Hugh Pyle.
So,
he played a lot of games for the Rebels on this park here. So has great memories of Amy Park. But let's have another look at it here. Talk us through it.
Oh, no, it was number.
It was Gorko. It was Nick Gregorski.
Yeah, but it's Gareth Hardy with a nice little loop round pass. That's sensational.
Oh.
Let's try the game so far. Frisbee's back kicking and...
All right, Morgs is down with the goal kicker, Nick Frisbee.
Nick, mate, conversion rubbish, but footy good and straight off.
Yeah, that's all I need. Just a quick burst, get the boys back out there. I think put myself on ice now for the beers.
Still a bit of quality. How much fun is it out there?
Oh, it's so much fun. Both sides throwing the seat around. Crowd's loving it, so yeah, good stuff.
Can't have a rest, mate. Well earned.
Thanks, coach.
Back to you, Swaney. And then we'll get off the field.
Thanks, Coach.
You've got to get off the field, Morgs. Yeah. Thanks, Coach.
That's so good.
He just wants to be picked next week, doesn't he?
Of course he does, yeah.
Yeah. And can play still.
He was brilliant. He went out a little bouncing run he made late on in the first half. It looks incredible.
Julian Huxley, crossfield kick to Henry Spate. It's been well taken down, though.
Tommy Seymour.
Yeah, it sure is. Tommy Seymour. The Scottish legend that is. Was a tourist with you in 2017?
Yeah, great guy. Again, someone that you wouldn't have put me on down on papers being friends with, or someone that he would like me, but we got like a house on fire.
Yeah.
Love hanging out. He's a quality guy, quality operator, and you know, a great bloke.
As someone who's been on a Lions tour and knows what it's all about, the element of having fun in amongst how serious it is, you would have brought that in spades, I would have thought.
Yeah, well, so for me, I thought I was going to miss out on the Lions tour, but then I understood that it's actually an amazing place because for the first time, the three other teams decide not to hate England for about 8 weeks, which makes a big difference. I mean, everybody hates England in general, but, you know, particularly the Welsh, Irish and Scottish. But you have that moment where you get to meet these players that you've always spent time with but never really got to bond with. And, you know, and it's basically one of those things where we really enjoy that time, but you understand the midweek team has to bring all the energy, has to make sure the fun happens, because you have to support the first team, but it can't all be serious all the time.
I'm going to ask this bloke what sort of energy you bring. Mike Tyndall joins us on the sidelines. Tins, firstly, how's the hammies? And secondly, how do you keep Haas quiet all the time?
Well, that's impossible. I mean, it's endless rubbish that he just keeps spouting. So you sort of, it's like a force field you develop, and it blocks you. You get a natural block in your hearing. It saves the brain, saves ear bleeds, it saves a lot of things. My foot is extremely sore, but otherwise, I'm all right. I'm all right. Touch wood. I'm not going back out there, actually. I've down tools.
Michael, first of all, always charming reference to one of your good friends and work colleagues. I'll be speaking to HR about your comments.
As we always talk about, Hask, you are just an associate. You are not a friend and work colleague. You're an associate.
I forgot myself. I actually got to say, Michael, I thought you looked very good out there. Couple of carries, ball in two hands, couple of tackles, couple of jackals. You almost bordered on being a bit of a Keno at times. were there any criticisms of that kind of behaviour?
No, I managed to hold myself back, unlike Drew Mitchell, where he saw space and thought he was younger than what he was, and he got what he deserved. The hammy doesn't like open space. Look, it's one of those where you try and balance it that you're going casual, but then you get a little knock that rattles you a bit, and you're like, right, hang on, that's not fair. But fair play. There's been some good tries out there today. It does help when you have two massive units on the wing, I would say, for Australia currently, who can hold the ball in one hand and look like Harlem Globetrotters. I think he's in better nick than when he actually played.
I think he is. Anyway, he's definitely slimmer. He's definitely slimmer.
Come on, lads. If we can get one more in, we can make this interesting for the last 4.5 minutes. So I think people are tired now. The pops off the floor will be working, but it's been a lot of fun, and we're raising money for charity. So unlike you, James, we're all about giving back.
I am giving back. I'm doing this for free. I've given my feedback. Morgan Turinuri went, we're all doing it. And I went, well, do I have to? Yes. So I've done it. I'm that kind of guy. I was just going to ask you, have there been any real comedy moments down there? Because we've seen some really good acting where lads have wanted to pretend to tackle, but have done completely the opposite. Have you seen any moments where you're like, you don't want to be here?
No, actually, I think everyone's been pretty good, to be fair. I haven't seen that the proper turnstile, get out of the way type thing. So no, go on, lads. So it's been, I would say everyone's done it, been pretty committed, to be fair, and have brought their, for how old we are, their A game, which as a 46-year-old is a young man's Z game. So, but I'll feel sore tomorrow, which is always actually quite enjoyable. It's quite addictive having that pain in the morning, so I look forward to that.
I have a pain every morning when I wake up and realise I'm working with you. It's a very similar experience, so don't worry about it. Except I don't wake up in a castle.
I wondered where you were going to go. I wondered where you were going to go with that, with what you wake up with in the morning. So it's a family show.
Single life treat me well.
Well, great to chat to you, Mike. We'll let you get the ice.
As you keep telling everyone.
Mate, we'll let you go get some ice. As the British and Orange legends score. Oh, that's a beauty. Well played, Barrington.
Just let it play on.
Oh, no, the whistle goes.
Oh, dear. Old goal's great, though. Old goal's great. Cadbury's great. just not ruin that deal. Do what you want, ref. You're perfect.
The old goal has been sensational. But we've got people on the ground. Look out. There's trouble. There's a bit of rolling around. A bit of carry on. James Hall is going to head off Hask and go do some interviews for us after the game.
He's a very accomplished broadcast, James Hall. Great to see. He was a great orator. He's a very intelligent man. I saw him actually in the Lions Lounge with, I think he was wearing clear glasses to seem more intelligent. You know, he had clear frames on. There's no way that those glasses are, same
I've got
as you.
clear frames. You couldn't see them, obviously.
No, I couldn't do. I sort of think, I don't know whether I would look, I don't know if it's possible for me to look thicker. It's always amazing when people sort of, we've got a little quick tap. We'll go here.
There was a little tap play.
Viewers.
A little tap play going on. And Classics realign in defence.
Shane Burns back on the field, actually. Nice little clear out from him.
He's really having a crack, the big fella, isn't he?
He thought he was about to jackal. Guy Thompson.
There's someone in the 32 jersey. Try is scored, though. Guy Thompson dives in.
He was prolific for Wasps back in the day. He was a try-scoring machine. I mean, I used to have to clear all the rucks and all the tackles, so he had the freedom to go out and score all the tries. But he was, I think, top try scorer for Wasps in one particular season. It's interesting there when you see when someone with that athletic ability turns it on and actually wants to get over the line, suddenly starts running a bit more serious, which he did then. Suddenly you get a score.
Well, he slides in. He's a centurion for Wasps.
Yes.
And he gets on the board tonight, and it can make this a little bit interesting. There's a 12-point margin with 3 minutes to play.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we've got 1 minute to play.
Yeah,
sorry.
Fine. Details. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Hype the excitement. Hype the excitement. And that's the end of it. And everyone will think they've passed out watching it. Where's the time gone?
Oh, and the drop goal conversion goes through, Tom May.
So this is a lot more of a respectable scoreline now. I think the lads can hold their heads up high. I think they've earned a few more nights out. I will be very interested to see what people wake up tomorrow, because it's all fun and games up here. I honestly think I would be in tatters if I tried to make any sort of contact, because what people forget, if you've ever done day one of pre-season, because if you don't use your neck and shoulders and stuff, like particularly if you do wrestling and judo and stuff, jiu-jitsu, you're always working it. If you don't ever do any of that stuff, tomorrow the lads are going to be unable to turn their heads, lads aren't going to sleep very well. It's going to be a tough place to be, and I wonder how many will turn up for the next week's game, because there'll be a few going, actually, I'm not sure I want this.
That was one of the questions we posed in the first minute of this game, was how many guys will back up.
Yeah.
I don't know how many will.
I can't see the interest. I think when you wake up tomorrow and it looks like you've got your neck in a brace, but you actually haven't, and you're sore and you've grazed your knees, and of course there'll be an obligatory team social after tonight, and I wonder actually, the biggest test will be to see who actually goes out tonight and has beers, or who smoke bombs, does a French exit and doesn't turn up, goes, lads, I'm just going to the toilet and vaporise. They're back in the room icing and crying.
A little bit of now you see me, now you don't.
Yeah,
Houdini
100%.
action.
Yeah, 100%. And do you know what? I was with Alex Payne today. We went to the morning to Peninsula, went to a lovely vineyard doing something for Visit Victoria. And Alex Payne, it was a shame. We had a bit of a mad old boy who was driving us around, and he thought he was a rally driver in a past life. And poor Alex is a bit of a man with a weak constitution, great broadcast, weak constitution. He got a bit car sick, and we had got a helicopter ride. He was being sick by the helicopter, which is very sad. But he's a notorious drink tipper, is Alex. So he goes, I felt a bit car sick. I couldn't even drink at this meal. I was like, what do you mean this meal? I've never seen him finish a drink. I've never knowingly seen him finish a drink. And he's one of these people that all the plant pots around him are just soaked with alcohol and beer. He throws shots over his shoulder. That's terrible etiquette. That can undermine a whole business, that kind of behaviour.
Well, they're going to have to watch themselves very, very, very like a hawk this week, because the game's over. It is full time here. It's a 10-point victory to the Classic Wallabies, but what a great exhibition.
Yeah, lovely. I think definitely rugby was definitely the winner today. Charity was definitely the winner. I think what's interesting is you see some boys can still do it, and some boys just shouldn't do it. There's a big like Goog, I love him. I was sort of like, it's lovely to see him, but you sort of don't want him to get hurt now. Because obviously he was such a primal animal in his heyday. Now you just want him to make sure he gets okay, gets home all right. But it was great to see the boys playing. Shane Byrne, incredible. I mean, what a boy. What a boy. 54. But I think obviously the Wallabies, classic Wallabies, well-deserved winners. They look more athletic, look more streamlined. There's a bit of claret. I tell you what, there's a bit of claret sore. Sometimes a tooth went through something, someone said.
I think that it was Scott Higginbotham who is just wiping it away now, but a great exhibition all round. I think the crowd have been thoroughly entertained in here and at home on Stan Sports Sky and Rugby Pass.
Yes, and listen, thank you so much for having me. Actually, this is the first main sort of broadcast I've done in a long time. This is now my Everest. So thank you for having me on here, because I'm unpalatable for normal TV, and I'm also not big enough legend to ever be invited on everything, and I'm too controversial. So I appreciate the platform to hang out with you and James Horwell, and to watch a classic game, and to be fed Cadbury's Old Gold and lagers by someone I don't even know his name. I just this is amazing, because Goodbye Rugby, I say something, and I was like, shut up. You don't, get your own, right? Here, I just mention stuff, and it appears. It's unbelievable.
It's like a genie.
It is like a genie.
Just rubbing a lamp and the genie pops
I've asked him for a few more things, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to get them.
Oh, mate, well, once this first invoice clears, we'll get you back for next week.
Yeah, and again, I'd love to come back, but, I'm going through a divorce. I need the money,
All right, let's go down and get some reaction with James Horwell.
A little bit of the competitive nature came back really good. Here with Adam Ashton Cooper, Swoop. Mate, tell me how you're feeling after that.
Feeling all right. I'm walking around looking for my lungs. I've left them out here somewhere, but that was a good contest. It's pretty physical out there, but it's just good to share the field with a lot of old faces. I think we did pretty well. We enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
And body's feeling okay, because there was a bit of carnage we saw during that game.
There's a lot of carnage. You know what it's like. A couple of blokes at 200. I was more of the gentleman's agreement, but I got through 55. And I'll take that. But I'm looking forward to next week back North Sydney Oval. It's kind of where it started for me. It's a bit of a full circle moment. So
you're going to back it up next week, because there was a few boys saying that may not play next week.
No, I'm definitely playing. No, I mean that's where you want to be, right? So we're 1 from 1, so we've got another one to get. But they're expecting a 12 or 15,000 people in North Sydney Oval next week, so that'd be a great turnout.
Yeah, a great turnout. What about the crowd here tonight? A lot of red in the crowd. I'd like to see a bit of gold next week.
Yeah, there's a little bit of gold out there. There'll be a lot more gold next week. Yeah, which is good. But mate, this is what you expect, and this is why this series is so special. Just all the support that comes out for both teams, and mate, it's great to be a part of.
Awesome, mate. Well, I'll let you clap yourself off. Well done. Congratulations on the win.
Next week with us?
No, I'm not there next week, mate. I'm sorry. Yeah,
It's a dangerous job on the sidelines, Hask, doing those interviews, because you could get invited to play and asked to play and forced to play.
It's almost like, do you remember Pirates back in the day? They take you for a drink and they drop the Queen shilling or the King shilling in your pint, and you suddenly be conscripted, and you'd be sailing off, on some sort of ocean line to the other side of the world, eating Weevil biscuits. being selected to play in one of these games is a similar experience.
Well, actually, it was really good that you're up in this box then and away from trouble.
I've got no problem saying no. No problem saying no. Because also I take great delight when people try to be very serious, like with Morgan, when he tries to wave the. I love to just hammer out, make it so awkward, and go, yeah, but charity starts home. You couldn't afford me normally. And these guys ask me, like, I don't want to play. I can't think of anything worse. Right? Here's the scenario. Anything worse. You've arrived on a Monday. You've had 36 hours of travelling in economy. It was via Kuala Lumpur. My best mate Paul, I asked him, he'd had 8 curries on 3 flights. He had curry for breakfast, right? Which is a real airline food, can go through you anyway, can cause a bit of trouble. 8 curries on a flight. You land straight in. Hydration is a myth. You're on the smash the entire time. You then go out here, you're dehydrated, and some clumsy former legend trips up head first and shatters your knee. And then you can't work. It's the worst thing ever.
Are they sharing rooms as well? This is the problem with 8 curries in one flight.
They're sharing rooms, and actually, I won't mention, one person in that same cafe actually went to use the facilities and caused such a havoc. The last time I saw that one of the owners of the restaurant had a hazmat suit on, had put a wet floor sign out, and was trying to chemically cleanse this bathroom. That was like Chernobyl. It was honestly, they've nuked it. I've never seen anything like it. It was like a war crime. And so they're sharing rooms, and obviously sometimes boys have different levels of professionalism. Hygiene can go wandering, messiness. It's been a real can't think of anything worse, because I've reached a certain time in my life. I'm 40 years old. I've had a modicum of success. I don't want to sound better than this, but I'm not sharing a room with a Neanderthal I used to play rugby with ever again.
All right, let's get some more reaction with Kevy. Kevy, who you got?
Here with Ryan Wilson from the British and Irish Legends, mate. First game in 2 years, you were just telling me. How you feeling?
I'm actually feeling all right, relatively all right for a bloke that's hydrated very well, let's just say, for the last 5 days. It's been compulsory hydration. I'm sure I won't feel like that tomorrow morning. I'm sure of that.
Mate, how's the body? You got a bit of strapping down there. Talk us through it. Anything too sore?
Rolling in, there's a few sore bodies. You see Andy Powell pulled up pretty early on. I mean, he sent it over the last few days. But as I was getting strapped before, it's been 2 years since I've had a knee strap in. The physio's going around it strapping up. I've looked down and I've forgotten which knee I used to get strapped. So I could have strapped the wrong one, but the body's held up all right. I'm looking forward to getting into these boys next week. But how good, like what a spectacle for the fans. And I'm just looking forward to next week, because apparently it's going to be even bigger and better.
Yeah, talk to us a bit about that. The crowds turned out. This is what I guess a lot of people say. This is what rugby's about. The touring. The beers that'll happen after this, and the beers that happened before this. To be fair, just talk us about what that means and how special it is.
Well, so even at the beginning of this, we went down and the boys just getting on the bus together again. There's some old boys in there as well, kicking on 50. You saw an old blokes out there. So for them, you could tell it's everything. Even the fact, I don't know if you know, but we picked up the boys on the way here. The fact that we've gone for beers with them last night and then had to pick them up this morning on the bus on the way in, saved a few seats, got a couple of the old boys back and had a good old laugh and a sing-song on the way here. How good is that? That is rugby. So, yeah, may it continue, because we look at other sports and how professional they're getting, but this sport's still got its beautiful ways, and that's one of them for sure.
Mate, you're 1-0 down the series. How are you gonna edge it back next week?
I'm just going to try and dust up a few boys like Gitz and that on the beers tonight, and see if we can get them really dusty, so that come next week they're not able to go as well, because they definitely haven't had as big a week as we have. That's for sure.
Well, mate, enjoy tonight. Well done, and good luck next week.
Brother, thanks very much. All good.
All right, there's Ryan Wilson, the over 200 games for Glasgow, over 50 games for Scotland. I just saw Petrus Duplessis trying to get over the fence before. Looked like he needed a forklift.
Yeah, do you know what? I think there's a point in time where I see fences now and I see people leaping over stuff, and I just have to walk around and climb over slowly. Yeah, there's no way he's getting over there. I mean, I don't think in his heyday he could have got over.
This isn't quite a lap of honour either we're seeing at the moment. It's more just blokes standing, trying to get a breath on the fence, aren't they?
Yeah, I think people just hanging on for dear life. I mean, there wasn't any dead eyes. There was one point, actually, I think, when Tankeli Nairuvora went in, and I saw he'd gone round a couple of people, and there was that dead look in the eyes. The last time I had that was Dubai Sevens, when I made my debut for the England Sevens team in Dubai. I'd never really played before. I played sevens, but I didn't realise how much of the deep end you could be put in. They call it putting the deep end. Basically, you're dead behind the eyes. You're so tired, you can't actually just do anything. And I remember a bloke ran within 2 inches, and every fibre of my body wanted to tackle him, but I had nothing, and I just watched him run past me. and so there's a few of those people where you go, you're absolutely out on your feet here, like a fighter, punched himself out.
Well, a bloke who did that tonight, who beat a few guys out on the field, is Nick Frisby. He's with James Horwell.
Here with Nick Frisby. Frizz, mate, talk us through your one overriding emotion after that game.
Sheer relief, mate. Just all day I was just dreading about just getting through and not getting injured, so just over the moon that it's done. Can sit back now and enjoy a beer with the boys in the change rooms.
Talk us about your synopsis of the game, mate. You brought some energy. Kicking was a bit wayward, particularly for goal. Maybe something to work on for next week?
Yeah, work on. So that'll be in my review next week. Shanked 2 kicks. But the game was pretty good, actually. I thought the quality, I mean, I'm sure the crowd will say otherwise, but I thought the quality was pretty good out there. Like, both sides threw it around and had a crack, and there was a little bit of physicality out there, but it died down once the fatigue kicked in as well.
I was going to say, the intensity sort of lifted, started, gentlemen, and lifted.
Yeah.
Who were the main culprits from our side, do you think?
Oh, mate, Bo Robinson, Gorko, Leroy Houston, just with a big smile on his face, trying to whack blokes. It's just the type of stuff you don't want to see as a 65-kilo halfback.
And looking forward to next week, mate. Look, obviously the crowd here next week, North Sydney Oval, there's meant to be a big crowd there. Talk us through how good that is for rugby and for you.
Oh, it's awesome. Even the crowd here tonight, like, it was only a smallish crowd, but they turned up in the right spirits, and it was awesome. Yeah, looking forward to next week. Bigger crowd, put on another show, and hopefully everyone has a good time.
Mate, you're a leader off the field. What are the plans for tonight?
I can't tell you.
That's secret?
Yeah, secret.
We'll go well, mate, and enjoy.
Thanks, Kevin.
Well done, Frizz.
Nick Frisbee there with James Hall. Great to have Kevy involved tonight. I think you might have to swap his jersey back because I don't know if they've got doubles up.
No, I don't really have. I don't think the budget extended to 2 shirts. I think there'll be a few outcries. Kitmen are very, very tight. I don't know whether they have a kitman convention or whether they get, but they're so kitman by the job description wants to give kit away, but they actually don't.
All right, Hass, it's been great having you up in the Convox today. I really appreciate your time. It's been great having your company at home as well. It's the classic Wallabies who get first blood in this Legends series over the British and Irish Legends. We're back next week at North Sydney Oval, so make sure if you can get a ticket, get down there or watch it on Stan Sport, Sky Sport or Rugby Pass.